So this is an interesting one. It sort of appears in Unit 3 a little bit randomly, but it does fit with some of the other concepts about global business expansion, I suppose. And this is really the benefits of homegrown developed products. And I guess the intent of the examiner here is that it is for Australian-owned businesses who are exporting overseas. So there we go. In this case, the term homegrown developed products refers to businesses which are sold from a particular country. In this case, I would argue it's Australia most often than not, but if you had a sneaky examiner, they may refer to another country and the benefits for that country in a case study. It hasn't come up before, but I don't know. So the benefits of when you develop a product and you sell it globally from Australia is first of all the income which is generated for the business through the sale of that product, both domestically, I guess, first of all, but more importantly, internationally. When you sell more, you create employment opportunities for people in your homegrown business, and they can be in all aspects of the business, from design, production, sales, distribution, and that can further extend to supply chains as well if your suppliers also come from particularly the local area. The more you sell as a homegrown producer, the better the economic development and employment opportunities in the local area, and for that matter, wherever your business is operating across the country. Those employment opportunities, are really good for the local economy, as when people have work, generally they will spend the money in the local economy, and that contributes further to the growth, economic growth and standard of living of, the overall Australian society. If this was economics, we would classify that as the multiplier effect. Also, there is a benefit for the government, as homegrown developed products generate further taxation revenue, which further get put back into society for the benefit of the Australian society through hospitals, education, and a range of other government services. In a global context, homegrown developed products generally increase the awareness and pride in Australian products. If I lived in a small town and I had a very successful product being exported overseas, I would absolutely be proud that that product comes from near where I live, which generates, pride and further, hopefully, economic development in that community. Our products globally have recognition of quality due to the standards of our production, due to the ethical nature often of the ingredients that go into our products, its quality and authenticity. So as a global business, we want to contribute to and play on that to further opportunities for growth in the global market. And again, this can lead to further ideas and opportunities for innovation as we continue to grow that standard, that high quality in global markets. So in this case, the practice question, I've chosen one. It's come up a few times in recent years, this one. It's a good filler for if I was writing an exam and I needed one that relates to anything. This is a great one to chuck in there. We're going to have a look at 2022 from the extended response. What I want you to do is to read the case study and sort of highlight. I'm going to give you an opportunity to pause the video and highlight anything that comes out of the case study which relates to homegrown developed products. Then I'll show you the next slide, which I've done it for you. So pause the video and have a read. Okay, so hopefully you could have picked up that there's some useful information which can be used to aid your response to answer the question 3 benefits of homegrown products for the Australian economy. So those are hopefully highlighted similar things, that already this company Gensens has got 5 branches in the metropolitan area, which obviously leads to significant employment in those branches. They use locally sourced ingredients, which means that there's a flow-on effect in terms of employment to those suppliers, and that linking into, I guess, the high quality nature of our production, that there's no pesticides. They fit in with this trend, consumer purchasing and spending trend towards organic and health benefits. So there's a few things there that you could use. Now this is a tricky question because if you simply, so we know the term explain, but if you simply wrote benefits to the benefits of homegrown developed products in general, using some evidence to support it, you may not have received full marks because the question specifically refers you back to the Australian economy. So the learning in this point is to make sure you read the question carefully and frame your answer exactly to what the question is asking. So without writing a full answer, you could have said that increased employment results. So you can see there's a quote from the case study there. So again, I would define what increased employment is in general before making a link back to the case study, and then also linking it back just with a sentence to the Australian economy. Increased sales, again, the sales stay in Australia. Rather because it's a homegrown developed product, which is really important. The money stays within our economy and is not going elsewhere. Again, linking it directly to the Australian economy, the taxation revenue can be re-injected back into the economy through hospitals, schools and other government expenditure. And lastly, that recognition of our high quality product being ethically sourced, no pesticides. The link there is great because it shows that we link that high quality nature to our production, which certainly enhances the public image of the business and may lead to innovation and further benefits for the business overseas. So I hope that one helps. Thanks very much.